What is up, everybody? We are
Hey.
the dynamic duo today. Had something to do. John is running a bit late, but me and Rob are here to hold it down for what. So what I miss, I don't think we have access to the fancy intro or anything.
No, it doesn't matter. That's fine. Hey, everybody, what's going on? As Chris said, it is Chris Ho and myself, Rob, from the Heroes World Sidekick Show and the Heroes World main podcast. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for tuning in. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, so definitely hit us up in some comments. We've got the comment stream is open, so let us know what you're thinking. As Chris said, we are down a couple of people here. One temporarily, and one is supposedly literally eating and closing out a local restaurant in his area. So Pat will not be here because he's bound to determine to eat all the food to ensure that that business goes under. So that is his goal for tonight. So he won't be joining us. And John may or may not be clipping his toenails. I don't know what it is that's causing him to be late. It could be something about that. Maybe he's in the middle of doing a little manscaping. I don't really know, but all I know is that Chris and I are here. We're going to rock this thing out. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping in and joining us. A quick rundown was what you usually do is we have the Heroes World podcast where we talk about some new shit every week as we do some reviews. I believe this past Sunday, if you go on to our YouTube YouTube page, you'll find that this past Sunday we talked about the Masters of the Universe Revelation rundown of all 5 episodes. It's a very contentious topic out there right now, so you're definitely going to want to listen to what our discussions on that. On the Heroes World Sidekick Show, I was absent this week. Pinch hitting was the ever awesome Sarah, who stepped in, as well with Stu joined, and they discussed with John Mean Girls. Chris, did you happen to check that out?
I was in the chat giving my answers and just talking all things teen movies, I guess, what we kind of delved into there.
Yeah, definitely not something that we generally I would talk about. I would never talk about Mean Girls, but I did watch a replay of the show and it was fantastic. So big thank you to Sarah for stepping in, and it was great fun. And I saw it and Stu was there, so that's great. Thank you to those who are joining us. And then, of course, in this show, this Thursday show, we talk about what did you miss? There's a whole bunch of news that usually happens between Monday and Thursday. And surprisingly, today is no surprise. There's a whole bunch of news dropping. Chris is going to have that. And lastly, before I forget, Andre from Heroes World also does something on Wednesdays. He talks about all the new items, whether it's board games, statues, collectibles, comics, everything that's coming into the store at Heroes World. So you definitely want to tune in on Wednesdays. I believe it's at 9 o'clock. Andre goes live. And he talked about everything coming into the store this week. So that is your rundown of pretty much all of the Heroes World content that's coming to you. That being said, you definitely want to hit your notification bell on the YouTube page because John, oftentimes Chris, myself, or some other people will jump in with some trailer reactions when new trailers drop. So definitely subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I think I've sold enough about why you should be part of the YouTube world. Right now, John is trying to get in. I'm going to, I guess I have to do this.
Oh, there we go.
Look at you guys are pros.
That's all wrong, man. You vamped for like 3 minutes there. That was great.
Rob is a beast. Look at this guy. All right. So what's up? You guys sent the link to Pat and everything like that, right?
The show is over. Thank you so much for tuning in.
All right.
John is that late. He has no idea.
Where's Pat?
He is currently eating the rest. I was going to say eating out, but I didn't want that to be misconstrued. But he's eating the rest of a restaurant's stock and closing it down.
He's closing it down.
Thanks, Sarah. Miss you too. So that's why Pat will not be here. So just the 3 of us, the 3 amigos, as it were. So we did a rundown of everything that you can do on the Heroes World YouTube channel. Definitely hit the subscribe button, notifications, and we're gonna go. What did I miss, Chris? Let's roll it, man.
All right. Well, we're gonna skip the intro today, John. Unless you got your finger on the trigger.
The intro?
Just kidding. We're not skipping anything. The intro
Oh, the
is
intro's
forever
here. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna have to. My eardrum might have just been blown out. You may need to readjust the audio levels on that introduction.
Come on,
All right.
old man.
So before we get to the big news of the day, now this whole Scarlett Johansson thing, we're gonna just quickly talk about the box office because we have the slide ready to go. Right now, if we look at the box office from last week, Old took out Snake Eyes by a modest 3 million. I call Old the Rob special because not because he's old, because he picked it as the movie of the summer. I think we're all.
I like
old,
that reasoning.
But one thing about, I was going to ask, I didn't want to get into it was just me and Rob, because now that John's here, we can ask him. So Snake Eyes, I feel like this is kind of a disappointment and kind of a lackluster showing by it, only 13 mil, losing to Old. Now you saw it, John, right? I don't think Rob saw it, but
No.
John, why do you think this has happened? Is it movie quality, marketing? What do you think? You saw it, so maybe spoiler-free review if you want.
Yeah, I think the problem is they've scorched the earth. This is the problem when you release a whole bunch of subpar, not fully cooked movies, and then another one comes out, and then on top of that, the pandemic, and then you did kind of do a risky thing with the main character that is not gonna please a lot of old school diehard fans. So we'll see how it holds up. Overall, I did actually quite enjoy the film. So I don't know. I'm sad to see if that is the end of what they're doing here. But I can totally understand it. Look, if Pat's in here or in the chat, he said,
Why is Pat not? Is he eating while watching and he just typing?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's in the chat. Yeah, he's
So
just joining via audio.
Here's the thing that I find really interesting is that you have a tale of two properties where creative license was taken. We discussed He-Man on the Heroes World podcast show on Sunday, where some of these old school fans that John is mentioning are really upset, and I personally don't think they have any reason to be. And then you have people upset with what they did to Snake Eyes, and the difference being is that nobody's being contradictory to our own opinions. But Snake Eyes as a character is always known to be a person who wears a mask and doesn't speak. It's much the same way what happened with 1995's Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone. People were really pissed that he took off the mask because it's inherent. His character never took the helmet off, not the mask, the helmet. And so people were pretty pissed off. And I can understand the reasoning behind that because, well, why should we see Dredd's face, which is what they corrected in the 2000 whatever movie with Carl Urban. So all that to say, it's not surprising that people are pissed off about what they did to Snake Eyes. I haven't seen it. I have zero interest. Like I will definitely watch it when it drops on Amazon Prime or Netflix, likely in the next 8 weeks, because I don't think it's going to make much more money anywhere else. But hey, there you go. That's, it's not surprising to me.
All right. So this week we have new offerings. We have Jungle Cruise starring The Rock and Emily Blunt, which is getting some okay reviews. We have Rob's sleeper pick, Green Knight, and Matt Damon's Stillwater. I don't know if anyone's going to go see that. Now, Jungle Cruise is projected to win the weekend with around $30 million. Do you think it'll be good, or do you want to just take this time to talk about Green Knight? So I'll throw it to you guys. What do you think? Well, let's start with John. Do you think Jungle Cruise is going to be any good? And will you be watching?
Jungle Cruise, to my understanding, has gotten pretty good reviews so far. No ratings embargo or whatever like that. So I think it's primed to dominate. The Rock wasn't in Fast 9. Maybe we're going to see that he was that X factor, and Jungle Cruise is just going to destroy. I don't know. I did not have this movie on my radar at all, so I don't know. I don't know what to think of this damn movie.
It is Disney Premium simultaneous streaming launch as well on Disney Plus. Just to throw that fact in there.
Yeah, so I think the Jungle Cruise will do well. I think it'll appeal to the family variety. Like, I know you're like, obviously Rob is Disney, but I think that it hits on that the Mummy notion. It hits on the National Treasure notion. It hits on the Goonies. Like, I think Pirates, it hits all Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, so it hits on all of those points that people will be attracted to it without a doubt. It is going to do well. It's going to dominate the box office over the others. That being said, I definitely would not and do not suggest sleeping on the Green Knight. This has gotten a shit ton of good reviews coming out of the UK, and people are pretty hyped for this movie, even though it doesn't have obviously the same promotional impact that currently the Jungle Cruise has. As somebody who just spent 3 days downtown, it's Jungle Cruises everywhere. The Green Knight, you definitely do not want to sleep on. So my personal choice for me this weekend, I have to go see something else, unfortunately. But first, I definitely will try to see if I can squeeze in the Green Knight at some point.
Yeah, good. Yeah, just think about it. If this does well, it'll kind of be the summer of Emily Blunt, right? Like you got what was it called? The Quiet Place dominating for almost 2 months now, and then you got this coming out, so it could be her summer. All right, moving on now onto the big news of the day here. Scarlett Johansson has filed a lawsuit against Walt Disney Company after the release of Black Widow. According to the report, I got a lot to read here. Johnson's suit said that her contract with Disney guaranteed an exclusive theatrical release for Black Widow, and with her salary conditional on the film's box office performance. Quote, Disney intentionally included Marvel's breach of the agreement without justification in order to prevent Miss Johansson from realizing the full benefit of her bargain with Marvel. So that was one of the lines from the suit. And then just rolling in a couple minutes ago, Disney has responded. Now this is getting a little contentious here. Yeah, it's going to get a little contentious here. So Disney released a statement among things said in it where basically there is no merit whatsoever to this filing. The lawsuit is especially sad and distressing in its callous disregard for the horrific and prolonged global effects of the COVID pandemic. Disney has, well, that's a huge shot at her there. Disney has fully complied with Miss Johansson's contract, and furthermore, the release of Black Widow on Disney Plus with Premier Access has significantly enhanced her ability to earn additional compensation on top of the $20 million she received to date. So this looks and seems very contentious here. It seems like Scarlett has kind of ended her little stint with Marvel and Disney just with this lawsuit. Like, give me more money. You guaranteed me this. What do you guys think? I've said a lot in like 5 minutes, so go ahead.
John?
Yeah, so long, all that mumbo jumbo out of the way. So the assumption is that she had some type of back end. She was supposed to get a kickback. They releasing it on digital caused all that. So she's not getting paid. So I don't know. Just pay her.
Yeah, well, Disney's contention is they didn't have any proof for it, obviously, but they said basically she has more earning potential because of this. What the heck is she complaining about?
What is that, like a phantom thing? Like they're gonna ask that subpoena whatever her upcoming roles are and go, hey, you got this much X more. If she was supposed to get a back end of that box office, they should at least, in good faith, do something for it, because all those other guys got stuff, right? So
here's a couple of things. One, I'm going to jump to the fact that this does not mean that she is done with Marvel properties whatsoever. Marvel and Disney operate separately, although Disney is a distribution arm, and some would say obviously a little bit of financial arm in backing. It is important to note she didn't sue Marvel Enterprises or Marvel movies or whatever, Marvel Limited. She went right after Disney. So, it's very much akin to some people who, will potentially go after Warner Brothers, but still do work for DC or vice versa. So I have no concerns that this would not bar her from reappearing in a Marvel property down the road if so chosen to. That being said, good for her. Here's where it boils down to. Some people are going to be like, hey man, she's just greedy. She's she gets paid all this money and this and that. If your contract stipulates that you are to be getting X number of dollars as an actress, as a producer of this as well, because you have to hit certain milestones in the box office, right? It's kind of like baseball players. And John, you're just learning about baseball players a few weeks ago, but Chris will understand this, is that if you make it into the playoffs, you get a bonus. If you make it further into the playoffs, you get a bonus. You get a bonus for how you perform your performance. If your bonus is tied to the team overall, much people who might be watching this stream, maybe they get a bonus at their in their company because it's tied to how their company performs. If you have to hit certain targets. So if that movie did not hit those targets, as much as Disney could say, hey, she still made money off of the streaming amount that came in, it may not be what was projected and what she was going to be given a guarantee. Also, a lot of these contracts are very specific. Dollars of donuts that Disney would say, well, hang on, we never accounted for streaming on day of to give you a 2% kickback. So unfortunately, we had to do it at both. You missed out. So I think this is very interesting. Good for her for leading the charge, because let's just go back a year and a bit ago. This is what Warner Brothers avoided by giving that massive payout to both Gal Gadot and the director Patty Jenkins for Wonder Woman 84. That, remember, if you guys remember that was a huge story. When they announced it was going on streaming, they gave them a huge dumping of cash to avoid shit like this happening. Mm-hmm. So good for her.
They're bragging those first week numbers and stuff like that. You know, take care of your talent.
I mean, it seems like Disney's argument is that because of COVID, you know, your earning potential was curbed because of this, and you know, I'm no legal expert, but it seems like they're going to go to war over that.
Now, here's the flip side of this argument, and this is something for us all to consider. If her argument is based on it had the potential to make $1 billion, and it didn't, COVID notwithstanding, would this movie have made Captain Marvel money? Would it have made $1 billion? And I'm gonna postulate no. I don't think this movie would have made $1 billion.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I think it would have. if it fired when it should have, I think it would have just been another Marvel gear in the machine, and people just would have went out en masse to see it.
Yeah. So there you go. That's I think that if the crux of her argument is, but if not for, I would have made this money. I don't know if Black Widow would have had the potential to hit that $1 billion mark. I don't see it. But that's just me.
All right, enough legal chatter for this one. That's the main story. John, do you have pictures queued up? We got the usual pictures with Pack segment. It's going to be pictures with John.
It's gonna be stuff I saw on the internet, and Pat was like, "I'm gonna put it in a presentation for you," and I'm like, "I don't know what this does. I don't know what."
It was so better than your original name. You were gonna be like, "Well, since we can't have pictures with Pat, we're gonna have junk with John." And I was like, I don't know if that's really.
It's shit I saw on the internet. So let's go with those pictures. So and you guys will have to help me out on exactly what that is. So let's start with this. What's this? This is Batman riding a motorcycle.
Is that really a motorcycle, John?
It is a really elongated motorcycle. I feel like the motorcycle is backwards.
Look at the size of the headpiece on that suit, man. Wow.
You
I don't know if you can see it. It looks a little. I assume this is Batman riding a bat cycle, and I think that is possibly Ben Affleck or a Ben Affleck stunt double.
Yes,
with the new Flash movie.
Stunt double, yeah,
which I believe has shut down production right now or something, right?
It has. So apparently today, there was apparently a pretty intense accident on set.
Yeah, there was a motorcycle accident.
It may have involved this.
It may have involved this contraption that may or may not be a motorcycle. I'd have to see it from a couple different angles before I really call it a motorcycle, but it is very reminiscent of the bike that he had in Batman Curse of the White Knight, I believe, right, Rob?
Yes.
It was a really kind of like this crazy animated style bike. So yeah.
There are a lot of other photos on this. I will say that some really bizarre things of his cowl. Like it looks like he's got googly eyes, but I think he's got.
It almost looks like he's wearing reading glasses.
Yeah, but I think he's got these black sunglasses, and I think it's just the lights that are reflecting. But it looks like googly eyes that go like weird ways. Yes, but this is Ben Affleck's stunt double. He's currently in the Mediterranean on a yacht, hanging out with J-Lo for the 900th time. So he's currently not filming. I know, God.
Good for him. Sarah asked if that back tire is CGI. I don't think so.
No,
I think it looks like it just drags along the back tire, and the front tire there's possibly something inside there that pulls this thing along. Who knows?
Well, it's a tire with a massive hubcap that goes right street level.
Yeah. It looks like it's covering something else that is potentially not as exciting as what they've got on the front of it, which possibly made it hard to drive, which possibly caused an accident. But we don't know what the hell happened. So hopefully no one is injured. That would be like
kind of makes you appreciate horrible. That what's it called, the tumbler in the Dark Knight, Nolan's one. That one I thought that one was really cool. This is not even on the radar.
Listen, but I actually like the way that it looks. I remember though when there were street shots of the tumbler and from Batman Begins in the set of Chicago, people were like, what the hell is that? When you see it in action on the screen, like no pun intended, it actually does look pretty sick. So I imagine this will look really well when it's finally all said and done.
All right. What else we got, John?
I'm trying to figure out how to go back. So there's a random picture of Fantastic Four on here. I don't know why it's here. So let's move.
Pat is screaming at his phone right now,
No.
saying, "John, it's this."
If I remember correctly, Pat wanted us to point out that is it the 55th anniversary or of the Fantastic Four? Isn't that what he was saying when he sent us the message? It's on my phone, which is my camera.
I don't listen to Pat, so I don't know. We're gonna gloss over this and move on to the next slide.
It's gonna be fantastic. Another Fantastic Four picture.
Yeah, that'd be freaking funny. All right, so so Hasbro has revealed the Ghostbusters action figures. So this is, I guess, the new generation of younger Ghostbusters, and they do have that little remote controlled trap on wheels thing, which is pretty cool. Rob? I don't think you did the trailer reaction with us, or Chris. Did you guys watch the trailer? Does it look good to you guys?
Oh yeah, I was with my son at the time, and we watched it a couple of times, and yeah, he's pretty jazzed for it, and I quite like it as well. I think it's going to be cool. I suspect. Oh, look at that, Bill Murray.
Spoiler alert! Bill Murray's going to be in it.
I think it looks pretty cool. I'm sure people are going to be pretty pissed off that why did Egon leave a house from Lock and Key set with a puzzle on the floor, but. That aside, I think it looks great. I'm quite excited for it. So these new figures look pretty intense. I gotta say, I like it. Yeah. Chris,
did that latest Ghostbusters trailer do anything for you?
I actually didn't watch it, so
no. All right, never mind then. All right, wow. Moving on. We got the brand new. These are the new What If toys from the new Marvel What If show. So we won't go too detailed because once again, this is starting to get a little spoilery. So I don't know if you guys like us covering this type of stuff. I do notice a zombie Captain America in the bottom there. So
we saw some of this in the trailer though, right?
Yeah. So those are the trailers. So it's not really that spoilery.
Yeah. So you see. Okay. So you see T'Challa, Black Panther, Star-Lord. There's a Nebula there. And there's the Captain Carter, which looks kind of like a Captain Britain, Peggy Carter, like kind of mashup. That's a zombie spider. So it looks like they're doing the whole zombie universe. So we've got at least 2 figures from that universe. And then we've got a Doctor Strange Supreme. I'm not quite sure what that is. And then it looks like you build a Watcher figure. So Watcher is a classic Marvel character that just watches you do shit. So that's all I have to say about that.
You've made him very creepy. Yeah, you made him sound like somebody who sits outside your window. Me. Yeah, like I'm watching you shower.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. And then this is what I guess some type of Hydra Stomper. It looks like a War Machine big figure. So normally these types of figures would be inserted in parts. So it's kind of neat that they're doing a larger deluxe figure right off the bat. So it's pretty cool. We'll be getting these eventually, and looks like pre-orders are going to be starting soon. So let's see what else Pat's got in store for us. He's got more pictures of these lovely figures. That zombie Captain America is hilarious.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Cool looking at Spider-Man with the cloak of whatever.
Agamotto cloak?
It's the Eye of Agamotto, but the cloak's not the cloak of Destiny. I don't know what the hell it is. It's from Harry Potter, right? It's the
it's a cape that would kick your ass, right? I think in the movie it kicks people's asses. All right. Cool. So some more shots, some more Watchers, some more War Machine. Pat's probably like turning over in his chair, and then we have what is this? Hawkeye?
Yes. Okay, yeah. So this is part of my news bits.
Okay, so you better cover it now.
Yeah, Marvel Studio has announced that the Hawkeye TV show will premiere on Disney Plus. November 24th of this year, and this is our first look at it. It is Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop, who she described as a 22-year-old Hawkeye stan, or big time fan, basically. Mm-hmm. So this is a shot of them, I guess, kind of interacting here. So. Kate Bishop, you guys know about this character? Are you excited about this?
I'm excited for this show, November 24th. So we have a date, and it is in line with their Wednesday releases. Although it is pretty far away. So I think Rob, you know that What If drops, I guess, in between there. And then I think
What If is that it?
August... Is that it? Moon Knight's not coming, right? Between that, right? Yeah.
No. So this was the interesting thing is that there was a rumor.
They're taking the summer off.
We may have discussed this a few weeks ago. There was quite an intense rumor that we would get What If, Hawkeye, and Miss Marvel this year. And that is obviously not going to happen if Hawkeye is not coming out to the 24th of November. So that's a Wednesday, releasing every Wednesday. I think it's 6 or 7 episodes. I don't think they've actually given a an official amount of episode count for Hawkeye, but November 24th. So yeah, What If I feel is August 11th or August something or other. So we're not too far away from that at all. 8th, 11th or 18th. So you're going to have, and that's 10 episodes. And actually, funny enough, I actually think they all drop in one batch.
Oh, wow.
They're not doing weekly for the What If. So we're going to have the fall essentially void between September to November of any Marvel properties on Disney Plus. That said, I'm going to throw another curveball question to you guys. We're supposed to be getting the book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian season 3. My understanding was the end of this year. What does that do now if this is releasing on a Wednesday, Hawkeye on the 24th? What does it do for the Star Wars properties? Do you think we get them early? Do you think they get pushed to 2022?
I think they're going to get pushed 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I think we'd be hearing about Boba Fett filming or something like that now.
Oh, it has. No, it's
okay.
done. It finished filming like a while ago.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
We discussed it on this show, Chris. What the hell, man? It was your news item.
I think I discussed the directors they chose, but I didn't know they started filming. Anyways, they'll push this. They won't. There's no way they'll stack properties on top of each other like that.
To answer your question with respect to Kate Bishop, I couldn't give two shits. I don't really know the character that well. But that being said, I'm excited for a Hawkeye show because I think that he gets shit on a lot of the times. But I was a big fan of what they did with Arrow in the first couple seasons. So if they can keep it kind of grounded in that way, I think Hawkeye versus aliens is kind of bananas. But Hawkeye versus street level thugs, I think, is probably more apropos. So I'm down.
Yeah. So anyways, it's like me and Sarah have ESPN or something.
No,
because
ESP. ESP.
No, it's ESPN.
is sports network.
Yeah. Anyways, because I was actually just gonna break up our news a little bit with this wonderful picture of Keanu Reeves smiling at some random blonde lady on the set of John Wick 4. It looks like so. There's that. That's cool.
Is that actual filming, or is that just in between scenes? He's just like,
no. He's I think the story goes that is a bag of dry cleaning. I think in his hand. And he was just walking from some part of the set, and this is some type of production assistant or something like that. And he just had a little chat with her, and a big grin on his face. Look how good that guy looks. You know, it's always good.
Wait a minute.
So Keanu talks to regular humans.
Yeah, apparently Keanu. Yeah, you just
revelation that.
Wait a minute, Sarah. But Sarah's message in here is saying it infers that Netflix has bought the worldwide rights.
Oh yeah, no, she was just talking about John Wick, and I was just about to pop up a picture of John Wick. So I just thought.
Okay, but is that accurate? Is John Wick 4 going Netflix? I can't imagine that happening.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know if Sarah's reporting on that.
Sarah is drunk.
No, she might know the facts. What else did I want to drop?
Secret reporter.
What else? Oh, there was a nice campaign. Sorry, folks. I was hoping I was going to be able to put all this stuff together.
You mean professional and prepared? No, John.
Anyway, shut up. Did you guys talk about Sweet Tooth season 2 coming?
We did not.
Yeah, so Sweet Tooth has been renewed for season 2. They dropped this really cool little Twitter thing where the entire cast opens up. I don't know if it was a surprise or not, but these chocolate bars that said season 2. So I thought that was pretty fun to see. Are you excited for Sweet Tooth season 2, Rob? I assume it ended on a cliffhanger. I didn't get to wrap up that season.
It did. It ended on cliffhanger, and I am very excited for it. I actually quite enjoyed season 1. We actually did not discuss it. I think it was our intention or our plan that we were going to do a review. We ended up not doing it, I don't think. We do maybe the first episode, but that was it, right, John?
Yeah, I think we only managed to cover the first episode or 2, and then we never
did a
full season review.
We did do a full season, but it was a lot of fun, so I'm quite happy that it's come back. It didn't surprise me. I think my biggest surprise is it took this long for them to announce it.
Yeah. And then, so let's throw out some other. So again, I just put together random news that I thought would be interesting, exciting. Suicide Squad 2 getting early reviews. Did you guys talk about that yet? Not yet, right?
No, I have I have a segment for James Gunn after.
Okay, so
that's nothing to do with that though. Nothing to do
we'll
with
skip
that.
Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, it's getting positive reviews supposedly. So I don't know if this is going to fall victim to the Rob curse or not. Time will tell. So.
Of what?
I saw an article that said it was 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
yeah, it was like really high. Yeah, so let me try.
Oh, you're talking about Suicide Squad?
Yeah, Suicide Squad 2. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're right, John. These reviews are huge. Like a lot of people are saying, not only is it the best DCEU movie, which one can argue is not hard to beat. But it may just be one of the best comic book movies ever made. So I'm, is it hyperbole? Probably, but I'm super stoked to see it.
Okay, and
then who you don't see in the movie, John?
Who?
John Cena.
Oh yeah, man! I wish he would show up. Wish he would show up to things, that guy. Anyways, also Jason David Frank gave us a little look at his White Dragon project, which is if I could talk, which is his Kickstarter movie project. It was originally slated as a TV series. I think they made so much money in the Kickstarter that they are able to turn it into a feature film to the budget of we'll see. So we'll take a look here. So he is toting this as much darker what you'll normally see him as. Jason David Frank, as the Green Ranger, aka the White Ranger. This movie is called The White Dragon. So there are some similarities.
Yeah,
he's really going out on a limb, this guy. Yeah. But it is going to be of darker tone, more serious. It is in production with that company Bat Under the Sun or something like that. They did a whole bunch of like YouTube shorts that are really fun of superhero versus superhero and all kinds of neat stuff like that. So I just thought it was neat to see that in production. And he's even on TikTok and other things showing off some of the Kickstarter rewards, which were screen used helmets and all kinds of other fun stuff. So it's cool to see him work. He definitely enjoys what he does, and he's all about showing things to his fans. And then the only last thing, do you have any Predator Skull news, Chris? So
I did, yeah. Just go ahead.
Okay. No, go ahead. I don't really have anything. Okay, go ahead. Take it away, Chris.
This show is just John looking up stuff and saying things. All right, so I'll just start with that then. So there's some news about the new Predator movie. So we're doing this again. We're doing another Predator movie. It's going to be titled Skull. It's going to have a female protagonist and will cover the Predator's first journey to Earth. So, again, with Predator, here we go. I believe the last one was the Shane Black one that everyone hated.
The Predator.
Yeah. Like, is this property like, are people itching for this? Like, why do they keep trying? Is it just like.
Well, is this the one, though, that is supposed to be taking place like way back in like Native America?
Like the Revenant or something they compare it to. I don't know what that means.
Okay. But... Yeah. Back in like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good question, Chris. I don't know, man.
They've tried so many, dude. Like,
the
Arnold one is still the best. Like,
it is. And number 2's
shout outs to 2. 2.
Yeah, 2
I haven't rewatched it recently.
It is nuts. It is crazy. I don't know if it's that the people who have made the subsequent movies are just not fans of the property. Or they don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Shane Black starred in the first one, for God's sakes. How could he have messed it up so badly? I don't get it.
Is this like a fetch situation? Are they just trying to make this happen? And it's not, do we need a Rachel McAdams to come in and just say, yo, this ain't happening?
Stop trying to make Predator happen. Okay.
But they did the same thing with the Alien movies. Right. Yeah. I mean, after, you get the Alien Requiem and then you had Alien versus Predator. And there's a lot of people who enjoy those movies for what they are, but they're not canon. It got, it's like the Freddy versus Jason. You wanted to see the mashup of these two titans going at it, or, Kong versus Godzilla. But they need somebody who should either kill the property altogether or have somebody who can actually do something with it. And I think that's the same. That's going to be said for the G.I. Joe franchise cinematically going forward. You either kill it, or you get somebody in there who knows what the fuck they're doing.
Agreed. Well said. All right. Next bit, we did cover a bit of Suicide Squad, but, now that that's over, James Gunn is kind of revealing some things about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is coming out in May 2023. But maybe what you didn't know was there is a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which is he's going to film at the same time as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Sorry. So, that will definitely come out. And it's going to come out before Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in December of next year. And it will be in canon, he says. So, and there's going to be some things in that holiday special that you'll need to know for Volume 3. So you're getting like this kind of one-shot deal on Disney Plus with the characters from the movie, which is kind of cool. Good tie-in to kind of get buzz going for the movie, I think. All right, next bit of news. BBC has confirmed that Jodie Whittaker will be stepping down as the lead of Doctor Who in autumn 2022. along with the showrunner Chris Chibnall. Sorry,
Chibnall.
Doctor Who fans, Chibnall. Okay. One thing too is she's going to star in a 6-part series this year and 3 more specials before she exits. So I feel like you're getting. I don't know how many episodes. I don't watch Doctor Who. Maybe there's 1,000 episodes per season. I don't know, but it seems like you're getting a lot of this girl before she steps down.
Season.
You're getting a whole season and 3 specials. So
well, they did this with Dave. So for those Whovians, you would know they did this with David Tennant. He announced it before his last season, and then he did. He did his last season. Then he did 3 specials throughout the year that were usually about 90 minutes or 2 hours or whatever. This is interesting for 2 things. One, she was the first female Doctor. And Chris Chibnall, this is his very first season doing it. He did back up the last showrunner. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but Stephen Moffat. He did back him up and stuff like that. But for a creator or showrunner to leave after the first season with his first Doctor is a little bit kind of unheard of. So yeah, I think this upcoming season is 13 episodes, I believe. Did you say 6?
It says a 6-part series and then 3 specials.
Okay. Well, yeah, usually they're about, between 10 to 13 episodes. So maybe they've made some adjustments, but, and then the 3 specials, it's supposed to be Christmas of 2021, summer of 2022, and then Christmas of 2022. And that's when she'll regenerate and we'll get a new Doctor. So let the speculating begin. We're not going to find out who that new Doctor is until, summertime of 2022.
All right. Sounds good. All right, next bit of news. The Will Eisner Comic Industry Awards were announced last Friday, right after we kind of had our show. Top winner was Gene Luen Yang. He won 3 awards, 2 for Superman Smashes the Klan and Dragon Hoops. I'm sure John knows what those are. Maybe, I don't know. Other
Superman
winners.
Smashes the Klan did well for us. It was like a kids formatted.
Yeah, kids. And then the other one is a teen one. Other notable winners include James Tion the Fourth for Batman and Department of Truth and something.
Man, you guys are brothers. Neither of you can pronounce last names.
Okay, no, these guys are not like Joe
Tynon?
Smith and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tinian, yeah.
Tynon. Okay, he won for Best Writer, and Peach Momoko won for Best Cover Artist. I don't know if you want to pull that up or something. I don't know who put it in the thing, but maybe they had it ready for the cover.
Me, because I obviously did no work for this beforehand.
Now you guys,
she's a hot cover artist right now. She does the current X-Men book Demon Days with Psylocke. Cool. Very manga influence. She has a pretty good fan following, so that's cool. Maybe that's very cool.
I don't know. Any other winnable winners? Anyone want to highlight that I may have missed? I guess Pat put this one in.
Yeah, that's all Pat.
All right.
Roll on Pat. I have other comic stuff, but yeah, nothing really.
Okay. Well, my last bit of news here is one of John's favorite directors, David Ayer, comments on the fans' demand for his cut of Suicide. Now, this is a huge
August 5th.
This is I'm going to read a lot of things he said here. Hopefully I don't butcher this. Basically, quote, I made
do it in your David Ayer voice, Chris.
Oh, geez,
I know you've been
never
working on
it
it
before. Okay, here we go. Quote, I made
like this.
Nobody talks like that, not even Stallone.
Okay.
Stallone.
All right. In regards to this Suicide Squad, okay, so here we go. Quote, I made something amazing. My cut is an intricate and emotional journey of some bad people who are shit on and discarded, a theme that resonates in my soul. The studio cut is not my movie. Read that again. And cut is not the 10-week director's cut. Sorry. And my cut is not the 10-week director's cut. It's a fully mature, edited by Lee Smith, standing on the incredible work of John Gilroy. It's all Stephen Price's brilliant score. I don't know why he's just name dropping here. With not a single radio song in the whole thing. It has traditional character arcs, amazing performances, a solid third act resolution. A handful of people have seen it. If someone says they've seen it, they haven't. Mic drop. So that's him. He just basically roasting the people who released this movie. Just they totally butchered his vision. Do you guys feel
if they're never gonna release it, then he should talk all kinds of smack. and it was Will Smith's Oscar worthy comeback tour or whatever. Like go nuts. With that said, I do kind of want to see it, but go ahead, Rob.
Rob, do you think DC, a notable Snyder Cut superfan, Rob, do you think DC will concede and let this let this out? I don't think they'll concede. It seems like it's turned into a pissing contest at this point. Yeah.
think about what you're doing, what they're asking. They're asking the studio to release the Ayer cut literally the day of or the day before the Suicide Squad is released. You're going to undercut your box office. People are thinking, oh, I'm just going to stay. It's already being released on HBO Max in the US at any rate. Like, why confuse and muddy the waters with two different, brand new, properties coming out? Like, it's so stupid. I get your fandom. You guys are all excited because you want to see it, and you're like, we want it August 5th. You're dumb. You really think that people would actually do that? Give your head a shake, man. Like, I support you're out there petitioning, but petition be smart. You're petitioning as a bunch of idiots. You're never going to happen. They're not releasing it on the 5th. And I'm going to tell you right now, you have a better chance of maybe like moving out of your parents' basement in the next 6 months than you do of seeing this movie released.
So Rob is like, shut up.
Listen, I don't give two shits about the Ayer cut. The movie is what it is. Will we eventually get it? I don't know. Maybe. Warner Brothers has only done this 3 times. You want to know what 3 times? They did it with Ridley Scott and the Blade Runner. 8 million cuts that they did. They did it with Richard Donner and Superman 2, and that was like 30 years after. And they did it with Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut. That's it. You're not going to see it. I'm sorry.
Did all 3 of those pay off though? The Blade Runner multiple cuts, I believe they are, pretty like, compared to the theatrical cut, everyone really does love the other cuts, the director's cuts. The Donner cut, you say that is 100% worth it, right?
Right. Yes, and I think we can all agree that the Snyder cut. Yes, yeah. But what I'm right. But how do you quantify? Listen, they didn't really mass sell the Richard Donner cut, right? It wasn't like mass produced and sold. So I never say never. You listen. We may get this thing down the road.
Like Justin
but my
Bieber.
whole right. What? But my whole point is stop. Like, you have a better chance finding a unicorn. It's not happening. You're not getting it on August 5th. Warner Brothers and DC will not undercut their own brand new product. You're done. You're dumb. So moving on.
You're dumb.
Yeah, I feel like DC or Warner's.
I like smart arguments. Like, I say, listen, we like it to have it before the end of the year, please. I'm like, okay, man, come on, they're being nice. But they're demanding.
We would like you to acknowledge that it exists and it is done, it is complete, and now let's work on getting it released. Maybe.
Right, but yeah, to say we need it on the 5th of August, like, you're just stupid.
We demand.
Yeah, we have one of those. We use one of those websites that aggregates a bunch of like signatures from people, and we have 10,000 people saying we want to demand to be released on.
What they should do? They should
Dummies.
be like, fine, you can get a digital premiere at home, but it's like $50 or something like that, and just see if it works. Put in your pre-order for Suicide Squad Director's Cut, and it's like some ridiculous price, $50 or $100. And if all those people who want to demand it on August 5th pay up, then maybe they should just drop it. It would be freaking hilarious.
But see, this is the issue I have with this fandom. Like, I love fandom. I love the passion that fans have, but this is the shit I do hate. Like, these dumb demands and arguments. Anyways, I'm done. I've said what I want to say.
Yeah.
And
that concludes what grinds my gears with Rob.
All right. No, that's all I had. John, you said just some of the things.
I had a couple quick comic hits. Like I mentioned last week, the Marvel solicitations. I can't talk today. I can't talk ever. So what's the surprise? The Marvel solicitations came out last week. So now we have seen some of the DC solicitations. So some of the hits that I'm just going to pick out from there. So a Batman Fortnite one shot was officially confirmed. I don't know if this was reported earlier or whatever. So they're going to do a one shot. It's going to be 48 pages long with cardstock variant. It doesn't say here that there's going to be a code, but it would be ridiculous if they released it without a digital code for Fortnite. Unfortunately, they don't have a cover for it, so I can't show you a cover for that. And also, a Batman Long Halloween special is coming out. So we are going to be covering, I think, Batman Long Halloween Part 2, the animated series, I think this Sunday. So they're dropping this special. I guess it's an anniversary 25 years ago, they say. Long Halloween one shot, and it's like something that I guess you didn't see during it, and that's going to be out October 12th. The Fortnite is going to be out on the 26th, and then I did have one more. DC versus Vampires by James Tinney on the 4th will be coming out, limited series. why not have him do some vampire action? So let me see. Did I have a picture of that one? Here it is. Yeah. So DC versus vampires. Sure, why not?
Yeah,
and then one last quick hit was The Human Target by Tom King is making a comeback. So
yeah, this is interesting.
TV show that came out, didn't quite work, although I did watch a couple episodes and I thought it was all right. A long-standing DC Vertigo series that was actually quite good, but this is a brand new series. Tom King, artist by Greg Smallwood, and it's coming out November 2nd. So I think you got some thoughts on this, Rob?
No, I just thought I think it's just really interesting that he would. It's weird because Tom King obviously plays in the sandbox of the Batman and whatnot, and he wrote he did the Superman stuff for those Walmart specials, Up and Away, which I wasn't a big fan of that one, but then he does something like Mr. Miracle, which is like, it's not an obscure character, but it's not an A-list character, right? Like, you don't generally get a Mr. Miracle ongoing series. We did that 12-issue miniseries. And then he does The Human Target. When was the last time anybody's ever heard of? Is it Chance Crawford or whatever? Like, nobody's even thought of The Human Target in, like, I don't know how long, right? It's been like forever. I think the last time we actually saw The Human Target was in an episode of Arrow. I want to say season 4. So very interesting that it's coming out. It's kind of like a James Bond / A-Teams / Mission Impossible style. So we'll see. It's pretty cool. The one thing I wanted to, Sentaku, he was saying that Snyder's making Army of Thieves, this sequel to Army of the Dead. He's actually just producing it. The guy who actually played the bank thief, I can't remember his name, Johansson something or other. He wrote it. He actually directed it. So that's his thing.
You're being outfit tracked, John. You gotta.
Yeah, apparently John hasn't changed clothes.
I think Chris actually has a copy of this shirt as well. So.
Oh, the super dry one. Did I give you that, or
I don't remember now? I feel like
I have a sweater with it. Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. So I'm gonna wear that throughout the rest of the week. I'm gonna wear it every time I do the show now. Did you guys mention Black Widow was announced home DVD September 14th? Yes.
We didn't. We talked about the fact that they're being sued by Scarlett Johansson. We didn't mention
it. Maybe that'll help them make some of the money to pay back Scarlett Johansson. A whole bunch of deleted scenes are going to be featured on that. And then the last thing I had was Superman. Rob, you're still watching the Lois and Clark show? They released
Superman and Lois. Yeah.
Superman and Lois. Yeah. The new episode on August 10th is called The Eradicator. I just thought that was worth mentioning.
This is a show that I know. Have you caught up on it?
I have not. I was going to ask you what's your update on this show, since we're gonna lead into what's going on this weekend. So.
Yeah, this show is still it's still a lot of fun. They kind of play around with the mythos a little bit. There's some interesting characters that are popping up. It's definitely something that people have probably slept on. For one or two reasons. One is that they're like, "What? I don't want any more Arrowverse shows. The Flash is shit. This is way better than what the Flash is. This is kind of outside of that production wise of the Arrowverse. It's a very good show." But number two, because of COVID, you only got the first 5 episodes. They were gone for like 6 weeks. Then you got like 3 episodes, and then they were gone. And they're on a hiatus again right now. They come back, like you said, August 10th. But it's something that you definitely should see. You would probably do well to binge watch all the episodes. It's on the CTV streaming app, I think. So definitely give it a shot. It's appointment viewing for me. I usually record it on Tuesdays and watch it on Wednesdays or whatever. So definitely check it out. I quite like it. My only gripe is the suit looks like it looks like something you get from Party City. It's got like so bulky. There's a shot of him when he was lying on the ground, and it looks like the muscle suit. And he's just like this, right? So,
why are you gonna trash Party City?
I didn't trash Party City. It looks like a suit bought from Party City. Party City is a great store.
Anyways, I'm gonna go wash my shirt. But I guess that's it for the news, right, Chris?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Let's just comment on John's outfit for another half an hour.
I know, eh? I wasn't even wearing this earlier. Anyways, I should have kept my other shirt on. So with that being said, Chris Ho, are you going to be watching Turner and Hooch this weekend, or what else you got on tap?
Jungle Cruise, 100%. I'm gonna watch that.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we? what else is coming out this week? So Jungle Cruise, The Green Knight, Rob's Jam. Did Old come out already? Old came out last week.
A movie called Stillwater also released. It's a Matt Damon project. Yeah.
Stillwater. The new Transformers Kingdom dropped on Netflix. What else? What else? Anything else?
Are you setting us up for a bit where you're gonna run the credits?
No, I'm not. Why would I do that?
Who does that? So wait, Chris, you're gonna go see John? Are you seeing it in the theater, or are you gonna watch it on Disney Plus?
I'll stream it at home probably. Yeah, and then I'll watch a lot more Olympics. I've been binging that these days.
All right, but yeah, John, what are you doing this weekend?
I think I'm watching Jungle Cruise. I think it's Jungle Cruise. Although it would be interesting to see Green Knight in theaters, but I don't know. That's probably only going to be select theaters too. I don't think that's going to get a wide release, right?
It's pretty wide, actually.
It's a wide release, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I read while researching it was that the UK might be shutting down. So, and that's a big customer base for that particular movie. So they might have some trouble with that.
I was supposed to go see Fast and Furious 9 on this past Monday, but due to some restrictions provided by one very interesting nurse, she kind of told my son and I we had to isolate in a hotel room. So we did not get to see it, but we are going Saturday morning, I believe, to go check out Fast 9. So I'm really looking forward to talking about this movie. And then maybe if I get a chance, I'll jump
does it
out.
also drop on digital this week? Is it this week or like I saw an advertisement on Amazon
next week? I know. And then
you want to see this in theaters. If you have a chance of actually liking this, you definitely want to go to the theater.
Yeah, I would like to see The Green Knight. I don't know if I'll get a chance to head out to the theaters to see it this week. Because next week is Suicide Squad, and the week after that is Free Guy. So I gotta pace out my return to the theaters. But I will say this: Wrath of Man is on Netflix now, and I might be checking that out. And if you haven't watched The Newsroom from Aaron Sorkin, it's on the Crave Plus HBO subscription. I'm catching up. I'm late to the party by about 9 years. Phenomenal. So that's my weekend.
You're way late. All right, so Rob's got a
I'm
whole
almost
list.
as late as you were to this show, John.
Yeah, I know.
Watch it there.
Hey, you guys started without me. If I knew you guys had the login to get it rolling, I would have took my time.
Rob, yeah.
Rob, the man. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Unless there's anything else we want to discuss. No, nothing.
No, we're out.
No, we're out.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, John's keying up. So
he's trying to.
Everybody, before we go,